Welcome back to Prison Architect. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. It is, I don't know what day or what episode it is, but it really doesn't matter. What we need to know is I did a little bit of homework in terms of some mechanics on the mailroom, the library, the chapel, and the shop. Now, what I learned about the chapel is that contraband cannot come out of here. Now, they found some medicine on old Donnie, so that's no bueno. Somebody going to take him to lockdown or wherever? Well, he's going to solitary. So there can't be contraband brought like from the chapel out of here. They can obviously they could bring it in and then take it back out with them, but it doesn't like show up from anything in here. So there's that. I'm still going to leave a guard in here. Dude, if you're exhausted, go do something about it. But, like, we don't need this metal detector. It's already there, so I'll leave it. There's that. Now, the other thing is, in the shop, I don't have anybody stationed in there as far as guards go. Like, shame on me, guys. We need to have a guard stationed in there. Because there's definitely contraband that can come out of there. So that's that. Now, what else do we need to be working on here? Oh, this single meal, low quality, low quantity for 2 days. We'll try and get that done in this episode. Like as of right now, the danger level is still pretty low, so that's good. Staff morale is high. We've got a bunch of guys that are constantly going on break, coming off a break, etc. So I'd like to have it where nobody ever, quote unquote, is sitting there saying they need a break. But we always have a bunch of guys on break. That's good. That means they're basically there to sub in for someone. Like, all right, I got this. Fresh and ready to go. So I feel like we've got a pretty good ratio there. Like that number, 30, like available or whatever, that's pretty darn solid. A bunch are regular guards. You know, we've got a few extra armed guards and several different dog handlers that seem to remain available most of the time. I don't know what that's about, but anyway. All right, so let's crank up the speed here. I don't think there's anything else. Let's look for, see any notebook pages anywhere? Anybody? I don't see any. But I didn't learn anything new whilst doing research for my tutorials in between episodes, so that's cool. We still have capacity for 4 more criminally insane inmates. Now, the hope is that guys are going crazy slow enough that I will also be having guys released for time served or parole, even though they are insane. Like, what's going on in here? We got mail laying around, but nobody's in there. Whatever. I guess maybe when they come back to their cell, they'll get to read their mail. So the reality, as I think about this, is we're going to have a long time where, like, I'm going to basically just be sitting here monitoring the situation, hoping that nothing crazy happens. And crazy things might happen, but for me to, like, sit here and continue to do, like, commentary on what's going on in the game is going to be hard. I'm going to repeat myself, like, 7,000 times, like I know I already do anyway. And I think that's just going to get old. So what we're going to start trying to do, to an extent, is tell some stories. Or maybe some jokes, or some interesting facts. Things that are not related to Prison Architect, basically. We're just going to throw in here to kill some time. So what we're going to... You know, I don't like that wall being there. Maybe it's there so that at some point, if I wanted to, I could partition this, but I don't really know why I would ever want to do that. Like, that's just a big, long hallway for people to be able to move down quickly. Oh, speaking of which, Hang on a second. My Samantha is reminding me to give my dog some medicine. Alexa, stop. Oh, what I was gonna do is, or at least what I was considering, if you have flooring or pathway down, it will speed up traffic. Like if you notice, the guys walking down here can move a lot faster than anybody moving on the grass. Don't ask me why. That's just the way it is. So if we put down some flooring, even if it's just like gravel, it will speed up traffic along these places. So we'll do that. My workers will get cranking on that here shortly. We'll do it down those corridors there. So that'll take my workers a little bit, but it gives them something to do that's productive, doesn't cost me a lot, and I believe that may help with like aesthetics anyway, but what it'll definitely do is speed up. Oh, what happened? Overdose. Well, that stinks. He did. It's only a temporary penalty, and really it's just like our value takes a temporary penalty. I don't really care too much about that. It would only really matter if it's like if it was time for me to sell that off. But actually, now that I think about this, if I look at the valuation tab and I go these top 2 or 3 rows here, is that all it would take for me to build that other side? Or do these numbers decrease over time because of, depreciation? Like, how does that work? I don't know, but hey, come on, guys, let's get him out of here. Oh, that's sad. And so, where are you going with him? Why are you taking the dead body and not going to the morgue? Oh, before I forget, we got to go into policy. Instead of medium high, we need to be low and low for quantity and variety. And now we also need to have just one meal a day. This is going to get rough. And what I think I might do, if I really do this wisely, they just had a meal here. That was a pretty good meal. So I could wait until like 1 o'clock to serve them their next meal. And then serve another one like early the next day when they're just starting to get irritated because they didn't get like dinner. They're going to get irritated at the end of that day, but then the next morning we get them back on this schedule, basically. So that's going to be kind of my plan. We'll see if that works out, but what we need to do is let's just put free time in the spots where eating was. So let's go free time. Actually, let's go wake up, free time. Work, yard, eat, free time, work, lock up, sleep. Whoa. I want yard time before eat time, so let's just give them 2 hours. Actually, just go. I don't need 2 hours of yard time. Just go like that. Lots of free time. And what I'm hoping is that they use the free time and go to the gymnasium, hit up that snack machine, and grab a snack if they're that hungry. So plenty of free time to do so. That may help get us through this process. Close. All right, speed it back up. Now, where's this dead guy going? So, wait, that should kick on here in a second, shouldn't it? Where are they taking the dead guy? Oh, I guess the van was already, the hearse was already there. Single, low quality. Oh, maybe it starts like on the hour. There it is. Okay. All right. So, ooh. What in blazes? Donnie he's a nuisance, man. He's a problem. He's going into lockdown, then he's going into solitary. He's getting misconduct for, what did he damage? Like, how did the water spread everywhere? Drains. I need you to do your job here. Why are the drains not soaking up the water there? That's weird. And I don't like it. So, put a drain right there. Just temporarily, see if that solves that problem, and then we can remove the drain. I don't know. Okay, I should probably, instead of having like the extra free time, maybe give them extra sleep time. I don't know. Open the door. So the janitor is in there trying to clean up. Where is my prison guard in here? Why do I not have a prison guard stationed in there? What in blazes? Why are my guards not stationed in there like they're supposed to be? Guys, I need an orderly in here. I need a guard in here. Holy smokes. That's amateur hour. Patrols were good. Now, I think that's kind of how we want this, but what does that do for staff? I have two orderlies assigned to positions. Now, I also need to go insane only here. Yeah. Speed it back up. Now, how are we doing on guards and orderlies? I've got 2 assigned, and I only have 3, so let's bring another in. Then let's go guards. Let's bring on a few more. I think we'll be okay. All right. This water, okay. So there the water drained, so no. Can I cancel? Control? Oh, no, just right click. Yeah, let's undo that. Now I'll have an extra drain laying around somewhere, but that's okay. I don't need it. I don't know why it flooded like that and then took so long to unflood. It's kind of weird. Okay, I think we're now at a point where I don't really need to do much for the next little while. So let's tell a story. And I know I've told this story on the channel numerous times, but I'm pretty confident that I haven't told it on this playthrough. So this is the story all about how my life got turned upside down. Sorry. What story should we tell? I think I might have told the story about when my daughter was born, but I'll tell that one because it's just the craziest story I've got. So, when my first daughter was born, my wife, called and told me that she was starting to, have some contractions or whatever. So I came home and we did the whole, thing, and she was uncomfortable or whatever and started to get to where she thought we needed to go to the hospital. So we did. We hopped in the car. Uh-oh. Media have moved on. So we can put weight benches back in. So let's go objects. I should have 10 of them in storage. help if I would spell it right. Oh, apparently I only have 8. So let's just go boom, 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 boom. Nope. There. There are our weight benches. All right. Now, so she calls. I get home. She's kind of uncomfortable, starting to feel some contractions or whatever. So, we hop in the car, head on up to the hospital, and on the way there, she was uncomfortable. And, like, by the time we got to the hospital, she was really uncomfortable, like, screaming uncomfortable. And so, like, we pull up, the door opens, and I pulled up to the emergency entrance at the hospital, which is, like, where the ambulances are supposed to pull up, because it was an emergency. And I just followed signs to the emergency room. But anyway, I opened the door, and somebody came over, and I could tell, like, the way that they were approaching me. They were coming over to be like, you can't park here or stop here. Like, it's for ambulances. And then when the door opened and they heard my wife screaming, it was like, and a whole bunch of people come running, and they're trying to help get her into the hospital because they knew, like, oh, man, this is crazy. And they could see that she was in labor. So they, like, rush her in there. By the time I got in there, she was already, like, gone. Like, I didn't know where she was. I couldn't hear her anymore. So they had taken her, like, on the elevator up to the delivery floor or whatever. So I get up there, and I can still hear her screaming because I remember asking them, like, where did my wife go? And they're like, go up to the 3rd floor. Not sure what room she's going to be in or whatever, but you'll know. And they were right because I could hear her. And so, anyway, we weren't there for 35 minutes, and the baby was born. Like, it was 33 minutes after the time that they had, like, checked us in, quote unquote. Like, the first time anybody documented that we were, like, on the premises, it was 33 minutes later that the baby was out. So that was crazy. And at that point, we're thinking, like, man, you are apparently made to have babies. So fast forward a couple years, 2.5 years thereabouts, and she's due with our now almost 6-year-old. And, of course, from our previous experience, we're thinking, like, okay, we're only 15 minutes from the hospital, but let's make sure we get there, like, plenty early to have a nice, comfortable delivery, right? Well, that didn't happen. She calls me. Let's speed it up. I need to do a tunnel search at some point. Let's just do an actual tunnel search and see if we get lucky and find anything. Because, I mean, after all, that's, like, the whole purpose of a tunnel search is to look for the tunnels. And they're looking in the toilet. So why that doesn't work every time, I don't know. I guess they're just tired and lazy, and they're just like, doesn't look like there's a tunnel there, and it's just because they kicked all the dirt out of the way to make it look like the toilet's just fine. But anyway, oh, now what? That dude here has, like, super speed. A recent high-profile gang case has implicated one of our minimum security prisoners as a high-ranking gang leader. They've remained under the radar, but everyone knows who they are. Do they? How do we identify said gang leader? Is it this dude with the glasses? Is that the sign? Is it Widley with his dreadlocks? Like, who is this gang leader that they speak of? I don't know. Looks like we're having eggs for our dinner here. And there's low quantity, like, low variety and whatnot. Like, you're getting fried eggs for dinner. That's your one meal today. So they're going to get a little bit upset about this. So anyway, like, we made it, a point to not wait like we did last time until like we really knew that she was in labor. Like it was her first, and they always say like don't go to the hospital as soon as you start feeling contractions because they're probably going to just send you home and say that you're not ready yet. So we waited until she was like truly uncomfortable and then we went. So anyway, the second one we're like, okay, we kind of know like we can't take that chance. So, sorry, I was trying to close that menu down here. We I get a phone call at like, it was close to the end of my work day. Probably like 4:30, and she's like, I'm starting to feel contractions. Like, no rush, but just make sure you're not late getting out of work. So I just left, of course. Like, I'm not gonna pass up an excuse to get out of there. So I drive home, and she had made dinner. I don't even remember what we had for dinner, but we had some leftovers, and instead of trying to save them, thinking that we might not be here for a couple days or whatever, we ran some of them down the disposal, and the sink clogged. So at this point, it's like, wait a minute, why is there a guard dog in there? Whatever, he's not really like assigned to anything, but just kind of weird that he's in there. Because isn't he supposed to be patrolling out there? What's going on here? He's supposed to be out there. He's in here. Oh my gosh, guys. It's a struggle. If there's a tunnel and my dogs aren't sniffing it out there because you're busy just taking your dog for a walk calmly, there's going to be heads rolling. Look how much more money we're making because of our meal plan change. But anyway, so I get home, we have dinner, the sink clogs. So, like, I go in and I'm trying to get down into the plumbing at this point to figure out, like, what's causing the clog. And we had just moved into this house. And I look under the sink because who looks under the sink when they're just shopping for houses or whatever, right? Anyway, apparently the inspector was totally cool with how they had done the plumbing under there, but if I had seen it, I would have been like, no, 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 no. What is this? It looked like a cartoon under there. There were pipes going everywhere. There's duct tape being used to hold everything together. Like, I don't know if anybody on here is aware of this, but duct tape is used, generally speaking, the design for it is for air ducts, not plumbing. But anyway, it was terrible. And I'm like, all right, I call my father-in-law and I tell him, you need to come over here because I'm just going to like gut this and fix it. But I need you to come here and see what we're dealing with because I was going to have him go to the hardware store and get the stuff for it. And meanwhile, again, like she called me like maybe an hour and a half before this. So it's not like she's been feeling any kind of contractions for a long period of time, right? So he comes over, look under the sink, we make a bill of materials, and he goes off to the hardware store to get it. And like he's not even hardly out of the driveway to go to the hardware store, and my wife's in the living room at this point, and I can tell she's starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I was like, baby, go up and get in the shower and we're going to go. And I called my father-in-law saying like, by the time you get back, we're probably gone, but don't bother spending too much time on it right now. It's not a big deal. Just do what you have to get the clog undone so it's not stinking up the house or whatever. But anyway, I don't really know why that's relevant to the story. But she goes up, gets in the shower, and now like she's getting to be more and more uncomfortable, and I can hear it. Like she's just getting louder and louder with her, like, I call them guttural, earthy moans. Like it's the best way I can describe, a woman that's kind of in labor, but like trying to not scream. So I'm like, we gotta go. I called my sister-in-law earlier, and she's already there helping us like make sure everything's packed up into the car and ready to go. Our kids were there, so my mother-in-law was coming over to watch them. My kids. My daughter was asleep, our oldest. So she's coming over basically to stay at home with her. By the time she got there, we were already like, all right, let's go. And they only live 15 minutes away. So like it was insane. So we're getting in the car, mother-in-law's coming in, water breaks in the car. We're still in the driveway and the water breaks. And so I'm like, whew. I was doing probably 65 miles an hour in our neighborhood and still only made it like 2 blocks before she's like, you got to pull over. This baby is coming out. So I pull over, still in our subdivision, and I called 911. And the hilarious part is like I have hands free. And I'm trying to call Amanda, who is my sister-in-law. So I'm telling it, call Amanda. And it's like, would you like to call Amber? And I'm like, no, like Amber is somebody that my wife used to work with like years before, but was still in there. I'm like, the last person I'm thinking about calling right now. So I'm losing my mind, screaming at this thing like, no, call Amanda. I can't get it to call Amanda. So I just give up on that. And I have to now, as I pull over, open my phone and call 911. My sister-in-law is behind me, and I was just trying to call her to tell her, like, we're probably not going to make it, so can you call 911? Well, that didn't happen. So I call 911. I'm getting out of the car, and I'm coming around to my wife's side, and I'm trying to explain to them, like, my wife's in labor. We're not going to make it to the hospital. You got to get somebody here. And they got that much, and they could hear the screaming in the background, so I think they knew I was serious. And then they're asking me where we are, and I'm trying to give them like the street address, but they can't hear me because I'm standing like right on top of my wife trying to help her because it's like we got to get ready for this baby to come out, right? So she's going nuts. I'm trying to put the seat back, and it's power seats in the car, so it's like like the slowest thing ever. So as I'm trying to explain this to them, I'm holding the thing down, the seat's going back, taking forever. I'm screaming like we're at Colston and whatever, and they can't hear me, and the call drops. So then, actually no, I tried to hand the phone to my sister-in-law to tell her like you got to tell them where we are. It's the paramedics or whatever, or the 911 operator. So as soon as I hand her the phone, the call dropped. So of course, like 911, they're going to call you back. They call back, and by the time they called back, the baby was already out. It was just like, it, unbelievable. It was like the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. It's like, have you? I know that this may sound kind of gross when you like try and envision this, but you know, it like a fresh fish market where they grab the fish on ice and they're like slinging them or whatever. Like that's how I felt trying to catch the baby coming out. That's not how it was, but like to me, it's like it happened so fast that it was just like I don't even know what's going on right now. Just don't let it hit the ground, you know. And the baby came out. It had the cord wrapped around its neck, so that was kind of scary. We didn't have any escapes or anything, did we? I haven't really been paying attention. Nope, doesn't look like it. So that's cool. Um, but the baby was the cord was wrapped around its neck, and that's when like my heart stopped for a minute because what I was thinking is that it happened that fast because there was a problem from the cord being wrapped around its neck. And this is still before 911 even like was back on the phone with us. So here I am, just a dumb technology sales guy trying to decipher like what's going on here. What do I need to do? Which like the obvious thing was unwrap it. And thankfully it wasn't like wrapped all crazy. It was just you know, like one time looped around there, and as soon as I unwrapped it, she started coughing and crying and whatnot. And it was freezing cold because it was, you know, mid-November. Man, it was nuts. So that's the story of my youngest daughter being born. Why is everything frozen? Oh no, what just happened? Come on. Oh, it's auto-saving. Oh, whew. That was scary. But anyway, that's the story of her birth. Pretty wild. But looking back on it, like one of the coolest stories that I'll ever be able to tell is one of those, like, it's perfect, you know, icebreaker for one of those environments where it's like you're introducing yourself in a group and it's like your name, where you're from, and something interesting about yourself. It's like, I got one that's probably going to top anybody here, and it's that one. Now, why are we getting these bottlenecks here at these doorways all of a sudden? I don't feel like that was happening before. Like, are 2 deaths? What? See, it's these people that are angry. Why are they angry, though? Needs, comfort, and clothing. Where's... Oh, the dead... So the guard got killed. Who else is dead? Our dog. Why is he even in there? Poor dog. Hudson. Let's all take a moment and bow our heads to Reggie and Hudson, as well as Spencer, who has been injured in this tragic event. He was trying to escape. Stubbs, I'm not happy with you right now, dude. Well, all right. Everybody go on lockdown. What is going on here? He's dead. Why is everybody going crazy? He's injured. Oh. You know what we need to do? We need more guards. I don't even have... No, you know what? Forget this lockdown. Stop it. Like, we have problems here, but they're almost behind us. That guy's dead. I don't know how he died. Killed by a guard while trying to escape. So people are trying to escape. They're just angry because of the food situation. And it's almost over, guys. Hang in there. It'll all be over in the morning. But until then... Do I need to hire another canine? I think I had 9 before, didn't I? That's just sad, guys. Do they rehire someone if your staff dies? He's been seriously injured. Would somebody please escort him to the... Somebody help him. Yeah. Man. These are hard times, guys. These are hard times. 3 deaths. 2 inmates and a guard, right? Or is it the guard, the dog, and the inmate? Is that the 3? I don't remember. I don't know if the dog counts as, like, dead on that list. I bet it does. Tragic. All because of some stupid research experiment. It's just unnecessary. So now you know the story of my child's birth. We still have the car. It was leather seats, and we had a bunch of like towels and stuff down to protect from such an event should it occur. So that was good foresight on our part. So, like, we got it detailed just to be sure, but it was nothing major. And then the car is a 2012. She was born in 2015. So at the time, the car was 3 years old. My hope is that I can have that car be her first car. So I'm trying my best to take good care of it so that when I give it to her, I can say, you were born here, you can die here, so drive safe, milady. We'll see how that goes. We're not going to spoil them with a brand new car. See, 17 or all these staff members being tired. We need to take a look at needs here. Sleep. Like, prisoners are okay with the food here. Clothing is an issue. Comfort is an issue. Why is comfort an issue? They're all, like, asleep right now. Clothing-wise, I feel like we have enough going on. Uh-oh. Somebody just escaped. Good job, tunnel search team. Ah! This episode has been a wreck. You better find that tunnel, guys. Holy moly. Oh, we got 15 grand. Oh, so our thing is over. Let's go back to policy, and it was medium and high regime. So shower, yard, eat. And then we want this block right here to also be eat with yard right before it. This needs to be work, and that needs to be free time, right? I think that's how we want it. Eaten at 10 and 5. That's pretty solid. All right. What other grants can we choose from now? None. That's cool. All right. Finish this tunnel search. There's one. Where is it though? I'm not seeing it now. It like seriously with this, I'm gonna have to do this like the manual way and go. How did I do that? Search toilets. Search toilets, and then over here I have to go. In all the other ones, I need to go like this. Make them cells and search them for toilets, or search the toilets looking for tunnels. No, I didn't mean to do that. Padded cell. And then over here, like so. Boom. Boom. Now we go search toilets. God, so frustrating. Where was the one in here? Right there. See, like, why is it not searching these? Why are we not searching these over here, guys? I have you set to search toilets. Search them. It says it's in progress, but it's not showing it in progress. Okay, there we go. Still not finding that tunnel. I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense, guys. Why are we on... Like, now I got to do a shakedown looking for the freaking tunnels. This is driving me crazy. Oh, no. That's just solitary. Fix that. Dormitory. That. So, unfortunately, it appears that the tunnel search mechanic in this game is just flat out broken. So, Now we got to do a shakedown instead of just those tunnel searches. Now we're finding some stuff with this, which is good. But, like, this is an invasion of privacy. It takes forever. My guards get tired from it. So it's just kind of annoying. Alright, we're coming up on, like, time for the episode. But I don't understand. Like, the tunnel is there. Like, I can see the end of it. And we're finding, like, all kinds of tunnel details right there. So it's here. Why can we not find it? Let's come back in here. Go. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of these. Let's go like this. Search those toilets, guys. Oh my gosh. I don't understand. Why can we not find this tunnel, guys? This makes no sense. The tunnel's there. I can see the end of it. They can find this. Did they dig it out of solitary? I didn't think that that could be done. Nope. And as I mess with these dorms, the problem is it kicks the people out of their room to where they can't sleep. They get taken to a holding cell, or I don't even know where. Where are they? But why do we continue to struggle to find the tunnels? Just doesn't make sense. Let's search that toilet. We're going to go one by one, over and over, until we find the toilet that has the tunnel. Because it's here. We're removing all these lights so that this is more doable. But this is driving me absolutely bonkers. Search. Search. I don't know what to do about this, guys. Like, there's clearly a tunnel. But yet we can't find the tunnel. Like, where's... I don't know where else it could be. Let's go like this. Let's go remove tunnels and just see, like... I know it's there, but I can only see the very end of it. I just don't like, what can I do? Order your guards to search behind all toilets. Do it again. I don't care how many times it takes, we're finding that darn tunnel. And we're going to add some more guards in the process. There it is! Gee whiz, can you believe it? Now, remove those tunnels, guys. I mean, I searched that toilet how many times? Like 5? Unreal. Alright, so let's get our workers over here to fix it now. Unbelievable. Oh, we're at max capacity now on the criminally insane stuff. So I think we have a problem. We need to turn off intake. Okay, so my capacity right now is technically 114 as soon as they finish those. I am going to reduce that number by, what is this, 9, so it'll be 105. So I'm going to lower this to 100, but I'm also going to close so that when I turn this back on, it'll still only go to 100. But what I now have to do is come in here. What did I just do? Oh, I'm still stuck on remove tunnels. So I need to go dismantle all the beds. And I'm doing these instead of the ones still on the bottom because these are closer to the psychiatrist's office that I want these inmates to have access to. So dismantle all of those, make them padded cells, and now speed time back up. My workers will come and remove those beds. I need to also have another, at least one orderly, and we need to station a guard in there. Why are there still, what is going on with the dog assignments here? Why is it doing this? It's like messing with my deployment against my wishes. Like, you're not supposed to be there, or there, or there. And I had guards in all of these places. Ugh. This is so stupid. Why is it doing that, guys? I have 6 cooks assigned over there. How many cooks do I even have? 12. So I guess I could technically go like this. Like that. Actually, let's put 4 on each so that we have, you know, if all 6 are active, great, or all 12 are active, great, they just go wherever. But what I want is to kind of split them up so we've got some staff there and some inmate chefs. You know what I mean? Alright, I think we're back on track here. Ugh. What a disaster of an episode, though. Like, I want to speed this up so that my workers get those beds out of there. But they're working on the tunnel. Now they're going to go in there and remove the beds. And now I need to put in comfy beds. There we go. So once those are in, we'll now have plenty of capacity for the insane. Now, we have 91 minimum security inmates right now, and we only have capacity for 82. This is a problem because I need some of them. Now, we've got 12 up for parole, so maybe that issue goes away here soon, but we'll just have to keep an eye on that and keep dropping down our capacity, which is kind of dangerous because it could start to mess with our money flow. But we'll, like I said, we'll have to monitor the situation as we go. But that is going to do it for this episode, which has been a nightmare, by the way. So if you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below, and we'll see y'all next time.